Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Sky Skipper. This was created by Nintendo in 1981, and it was released only in Japan. But it's a really weird game. It's very playable, and it's kind of interesting. It details you as a flyer of a biplane, and you have to rescue this royal family, and they're depicted as playing cards with, bodies, or the king and the queen and the joker are actual people, but you have to rescue all the cards that are captured by this kingdom of gorillas, I guess. But they've taken this royal family into their own territory, and you have to fly in and rescue those cards. You can drop bombs on these gorillas, and they will they will lob these explosive tennis balls at you. It's really bizarre. But you are known as Mr. U, and instead of starring, it says staring. English. But this was post Donkey Kong, as far as I could tell. It has some of a little snippet of Donkey Kong's music. These apes look a little bit different from Donkey Kong, but your biplane can drop bombs on the gorillas. One thing you have to remember is that running into the clouds can kill you. It's really stupid. But for each mission, you have to rescue these cards. And those shots, if the gorillas hit you, you're not automatically dead. You'll just drop down quite a bit. And to rescue, you can't run into the apes unless you knock them out for a short time with your bombs. Then you can run through them for a brief time. But in order to rescue the cards or the royal family or whatever, you have to bomb the gorillas. Play a little bit of Skip to Maloo. But you have a fuel meter. It's hard to run out of fuel, really. But if you do come close, you can touch down on that flag there where it says fuel and replenish your fuel. But in order to make the cards pop up, you have to bomb the gorillas. And while the cards are airborne, or the royal family is airborne, you can catch them. But they bounce up like three to 5 times or something, and then they'll stay back down, and you'll have to bomb gorillas again. That little X will appear to designate that that's where their bomb is going to hit. But if you bomb a playing card or the royal family or whatever while it's in midair, then you'll set it back to its neutral position. So you don't want to bomb them because you want them to be popping up in the air so you can catch them. But once you get them all, then the level will end. Like there. And you get a bonus for not refueling. It's 2,000 points, so if you don't need to, don't do it. I like how the gorilla says, "Damn it, I'll escape." But again, this was only seen in Japan. It's a weird game, but it's playable. You just have to capture all those cards while they're bouncing up and down. And in order to make them pop back up again, you have to bomb gorillas. And it might not be the same gorilla. There are bonuses to get for 4 cards. I mean, if you collect 4 of the royal family, then their value will appear at the top left, and you can get bonus points for getting all the same suit, or all the same color. They can be all diamonds or all hearts, or they could be all clubs or all spades, or a combination of the clubs and spades, or hearts and diamonds. But the bonus you get isn't very high at all. So really it's just best to try to beat the level as quickly as you can. The better bonus is for not refueling. So really only refuel if you're low. Oh, now they play Somewhere Over the Rainbow. This is a really strange game, but it's not bad. This definitely has the feel of Popeye. Whoops. It's kind of tough sometimes to steer, especially in really close quarters. If you turn around, you move upwards a little bit. Keep that in mind when moving around in close quarters. But yeah, sometimes the gorilla you need to bomb to get the royal family to bounce up is not the same one as you might think. Might need to grab a different one. But yeah, don't worry yourself over the bonuses for getting certain cards. It's not really worth it. But yeah, the music especially sounds a lot like in Popeye. I would imagine that the hardware and the sound is exactly the same for Popeye, which came out a year later by Nintendo. But yeah, oh, that was close. The gorillas can drop down off ledges. Keep that in mind, because they could possibly land right on top of you and kill you. And whenever you die in this fantastic explosion. Oh, crap. You get an extra life at 15,000. But yeah, that is your goal. Bomb the gorillas, and while the royal family is hopping up and down, go collect them. You do have a speed button, but you really don't need to use it that much. Just like maybe when there's a full line of royal family cards hopping up and down, and you can just use your speed button to just plow through them real quick and collect them. Otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend using it. I think that you use up your fuel quicker when you do. Yeah, don't be too upset if you get hit by their shots. It's just gonna knock you down a little bit. Of course, if you're in really tight quarters and you get hit, then yeah, you might get killed, but it's just gonna knock you down a little bit. Other than the apes and maybe the royal family and stuff, there's not a lot of great graphics in this game. Note how crudely this gorilla castle is detailed. Well, not detailed at all. Very crude graphics. Oops. Yeah, I ran into the explosion. But again, this was released only in Japan. Definitely one of the weirder games I can remember seeing, but it's not bad. It's playable. Just remember to bomb the gorillas, And they definitely stole a snippet of music from Donkey Kong. Skip to Maluma, darling. Now there's really cramped quarters in trying to recollect the royal family. And again, if you bomb one of the royal family while they're bouncing up and down, you'll have them recaptured. And sometimes it'll be really hard to take out a gorilla. He'll be in a tough position to bomb. Almost. Don't want to run into the walls. There we go. And again, you can go right through the gorilla while he's knocked out. Ah, crap. Got me. It's an explosive tennis ball. Such a weird game. That is Sky Skipper, which very clearly runs on the Popeye-like hardware. It has kind of the same type of music and definitely the same graphics. Some of them are really crudely rendered on this game. Mr. U staring. But yeah, the bonuses for collecting the cards in a certain way like there are just not really worth the effort. Not very lucrative at all. It's much more lucrative to not use the refuel station, not touch the flag. Yeah, and don't bomb the royal family while they're bouncing up and down, or they'll be recaptured. That is a good place to use the speed button. It's when they're all bouncing up in a row. In the later levels, you might need to refuel. But yeah, the bonuses should be worth a lot more than they are for collecting the cards in a certain group. Touching anything is going to kill you. Walls or gorillas. That was Sky Skipper by Nintendo in 1981. Very weird, but playable game. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Sky Skipper by Nintendo in 1981. And I will catch you later in the future with another video. See you then, folks. Bye-bye.